found out treasures are always lost, pleasures and rage come back. I'm watching you. Be careful with your moves tonight. I think the time is right. I think the blood is dried. It cries for more. So what are we waiting for? Wires and chains starting to fade. It feels like a game you have to play. Lights out. Is this who you really are? Can't look into your eyes. Your twisted mind. It's dark, so dark. We end found out treasures are always lost, pleasures are long forgotten. Who are you now?
Dim, dam, dadilam, vacarme s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, didididilam, lutes seradodilom, seram. Dim, dim, da, 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 dim, da, 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 dim, da, di, dam. Dim, dim, da, 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 dim, da, 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 dim, da, di, dam. Dans là-haut sera ravi, les toits à sur noir gris fera. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair, obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair, obscur, double de rature, trouvera effet. Clair, obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Hai să ne potolim cu muzica. Bună seara! Bine v-am regăsit la un nou stream. Ce mai faceți? Cum mai sunteți? Da. Un nou stream, o nouă zi. Cred că e prima dată pe anul ăsta când mănânc și eu o jumătate de ciocolată. Nu știu cât am mâncat, 80 de grame. 80 de grame am primit de la muncă. N-am avut inimă să mănânc toată bucata, au mai rămas vreo 70 de grame, nu știu cât era, întreaga avea 150 de grame. Dar e ciocolată din asta neagră, deci să ne înțelegem. Ciocolata neagră are mai puțin zahăr, e din aia mai specială. În fine, am profitat de faptul că n-am mai mâncat și a treia masă, să fie acum apă. Și așa cred că n-am mai mâncat zahăr atâta de săptămâni. Bun. O să continuăm cu Spacer's Choice, cu Outer Worlds și vedem pe parcurs dacă schimbăm, dacă modificăm, dacă rămânem. The Night It's Still Young. Bun. Să ne apucăm de treabă, cum s-ar zice. În chelcășuți de amor. The Outer. Câte costuri mai sunt aici de făcut. Yes.
Look, I'm access.
Internal anatomy. Creatures that deal particular damage type are immune. N-am mai apucat. Nu am mai apucat. Speak truth. Raise the possibility of the outer order and working together with it.
Versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice. Mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations who unfairly stack the deck against
Shield.
the little person, as they tried with us at Chestii. But did that
Hello, daring self-determinist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of... As in Ida, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks. Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path,
Hai noroc.
shape the evolution of our
Faceți,
beloved
domnul.
corporation. And with enough rugged determination, that's right, a life filled with action, adventure, riches, and romance awaits. Being an Ida will see all of your fantastical dreams come true. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you.
29.
And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water.
Dehydrated water.
Convenient package for an additional price.
Ți-ai făcut workout-ul. Și n-ai mers azi la sală. Foarte bine. Mai există zile și pentru repaus.
You look befuddled. Or
Trebuie să mai existe și repaus. Important e să nu fie repaus total.
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got
The
you
Bright
here,
Lord.
I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
yes, we've all kept tabs.
Ok.
Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby,
Le-am
proprietor
și
of
eu.
Acquisition.
Le-am cumpărat și eu.
Both of us.
Când erau, nu știu, 3 sau 5 euro.
Indeed.
Dar n-am apucat să le joc.
And I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice.
fiscal semi-decade? Credit where it's due. To me, as your chief executive, I've fostered
Yet they are indubitably one and the same. By coming into my employ and helping to secure Auntie's interests, you are directly manifesting a stable future for this colony.
At Auntie's Choice, we make things
E
happen.
trist?
If you want to move something along swiftly, you come to us. If you want to endlessly...
Păi ce vrei, un joc de acum 10 ani aproape.
You, my friend, are being given the opportunity of a lifetime.
Are
Auntie's Choice has a dynamic new
Jucau ăștia în Ubisoft.
specific kind of go-getter to make it happen.
Mai știu, în 2000... A, trist că nu l-am jucat. Dar l-am, o să-l joc. Calm your tits. Nu vreau. Să mi le calmez.
We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant. It most certainly will. And the pay is the least of the benefits this opportunity affords.
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie. Don't allow our banter to fool you. We are valued colleagues who, under normal circumstances, hold each other in the highest esteem.
Ok.
So true.
Adevărat,
This
da.
particular effort has our nerves a bit high strung, but we'll still exchange spratwurst platters come the 10th day of
Câte ore ai în,
Well, ain't that nice?
în Shadow of Mordor?
Last time I got to swap gifts on a company holiday.
Parcă Shadow of Mordor e primul, Shadow of War e al doilea, nu?
Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of the
20-40 doar?
facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly,
Așa puțin?
you're having something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers. And what, pray tell, has them so aggrieved?
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the
Greedy, auzi. Vor drepturi.
opportunities given them,
Vor drepturi.
like this,
E vechi jocul.
so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard
Nu știu
of
ce să zic
situation?
despre această
It's
afirmație.
absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes.
Wonderful. You'll go to Praetor, meet
Praetor.
the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
Said parasite absolves Auntie's choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it. Artificial means. At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110.
Well,
Because they've definitely come back just to see you.
Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence.
not as such, no.
This, work stoppage, I wouldn't suggest...
Good luck, my...
Auntie's choice.
Good luck, my Amelia.
Don't let us keep-
Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Attention any and all new.
Mă enervează că nu apar orele.
It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr.
Și
John
nici jocul.
Rasmussen.
Nici pe salvare. Nu-ți arată pe salvare cât ai jucat? N-aș prea-și crede.
Unnamed and clearly
A, pe consolă. Wow. Bă. Praetor. Praetor.
A short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the matriarch and first sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters. Probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous with the tomb, the better.
Tristan. De cât a... Cât a asta? The Order. Marisol. Pe consolă, pe Xbox sau... Nu mai știu ce aveai tu, nu cred că aveai PS. Nu ți arată time played? Nu se poate. Nu se poate așa ceva. Foarte mișto Marisol asta. Gata? Te vezi, te-ai agitat. Fără motiv, până la urmă ai reușit. Ai completat tu de la tine. ...23, 24 de ore? Ia auzi o zi. Ce înseamnă 24 de ore între prieteni? O nimica toată. What the fuck, mă duce mai sus? Am crezut că o să cobor aici. La radio, vreau să mă aud la radio. Too old as a subject. Dar povestea e gata? Am înțeles. Break the strike. Let's break the strike. T-a lăsat așa urât. DRC-ul cu Celeb Brimor, oai? Speed pe el. Joc și văd? Ha. Mamă, le-a dat cu N-Ray, ești nebun. S-a dat drumul la N-Ray. The cat monkey. Se joacă cu Kingdom-ul. Hello? Am găsit un înghier. Let's break the string.
That's where we're going? Don't exactly look safe.
The ring maker.
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access. Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely. Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you. He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or... And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach and I'll power it down for you. Should you ever need to exit the station, just approach the gate, and I can open it for you.
Greetings, unaffiliated individual? Would you be a freelancer? A gun for hire? Might you be interested in a job involving the removal of dangerous creatures? Very well. There's a cave directly southeast of our position, positively infested with raptidons.
Ooh.
If you exterminate the lot of them, oh, this is so exciting. I can feel the rate of...
Eu am impresia că m-am dus aici degeaba.
I understand the strategic value of holding this station, but the odds of a handful of us repelling a full-scale attack is highly dubious. It is fortunate our enemies fear these lightning towers losing control of the skies more than
Losing control. The ring faker.
Investigating hostile intentions. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Știu ce s-a cățărat aici, nu? S-a cățărat raptidontul. Exemplar. Simon. Simeone!
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager, yet profound portion of the universal equation. Originally, the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. And to be sure, that is the only reason Anti or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Axon's shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. Wonderful. In order to recalibrate a tower, you must find the malfunctioning panel inside their control room and reset it. And to speed you along, I can offer a unique incentive. Prior to being driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with the towers aligned, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorize. Indeed. When aligned, the towers fill the capacitor I've modified, which provides me with enough electrical accumulation to fabricate a handful of these explosives. Unfortunately, the capacitors are only able to hold the charge for mere moments before failing catastrophically. Thus, I'm limited in production by the 5 capacitors that remain. So, with the towers aligned, I am able to fabricate a handful of these electron explosives, the sum of which I shall share with you. That is fantastic.
Mamă, dar aruncă ăștia efectiv. Each of the 5 lightning rods tower in Praetor. Adevărat va primi mai multă atenție.
Safe. If you can open it, whatever's inside is yours. I'll wash my hands of it.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
Păcat că Warner sunt niște așa și-au brevetat Nemesis mecanic din joc. Păi, dacă e a lor, normal că au brevetat-o, nu? Tu n-ai făcut la fel? Nu ați fi făcut la fel, domnul? De ce am sărit eu acolo? Nu am folosit nimeni și am murit odată cu ușorul. Nimeni. Bine, l-au acoperit direct că l-au brevetat, ce să zic.
If you can open it, whatever's inside is yours.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Au ucis tot capitalismul? Capitalismul e de vină, ăsta exacerbat cu orice preț. Naște numai monștri capitalismul ăsta.
Resorting to violence. Torpificator at ready status. Combatant scan.
Ăștia erau raptidonții de care trebuia să scap. Uite, fără să vreau mai făcut un ăsta. Raptidonți. S-a adus monolitul. Ce vreau? Așa se întâmplă în capitalism. Crezi că toată lumea e ca Tencent, așa, să-și permită? Să dea pe gratis chestii.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Investigating hostile intentions. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Mobilizing. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Standing by to stupefy.
Bă, dar aveau stol ăștia, bă. Nu sunt, ce-i drept. What the fuck? E fundătura aici, du-te în gâtul, mă.
I'll handle this. Check your scope.
All charged up.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Mai sunt? Încă mai sunt?
Hostilities
Come on!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Bubi, bubi.
Torpificator is charged. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Shut up!
Combatant scan.
Aolă. Nu mă nebuni. Combatanți. Recalibrate. Asta era cu recalibrarea, să intru într-un terminal și să apăs pe două butoane. Bă, dar cum să facă mă fundătura aici, mă, nenorociții? Mamă, și cât trebuie să ocolesc, fii atent. Nu se poate așa ceva. Dar nu se poate așa ceva, domnul Dan. Plângeam aseară când ai cântat. $70.000 de platforme. Dar las că așa e bine, e frumos. Cu cât mai multă variație, cu atât mai multe șanse de câștig. Rapidunț. Raptibadadunț. Ia, să nu zici că există coiluri și aici de colectat. Dacă de aici aplicau coil, cum era nebunit. Biomass, energy canister, biomass grenade. Ok.
You're about to enter territory controlled by Auntie's choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a Raptidon. If you have business with Commander Purcell, I suggest you get to it.
Purcell o cheamă? Purcell.
You there, interested in work, or was the allure of helping to advance science? Stars, I'm glad to have found someone who knows not to waste time jawing when scientific advancement is at stake. Some people just don't know the importance of biological research. I sent my assistant off to the north with a tracking device, hoping he'd lay hands on a Gorvid egg. I desperately need that egg for my research. Could you bring me one? Oh, and bring back my assistant too, if you find him with all his pieces still stuck together. He ain't much good for assisting in research if he's all torn up. Sound reasonable? Ask away. A little free information is a small price to pay. Excellent question. There is some special process inside the egg that happens just before hatching. I need to watch this
Ți-am trimis ceva pe Instagram.
in at the last second and dissect it.
Nu știu dacă sunt conectat pe Insta aici. De obicei sunt pe telefon, după... Sunt... Vaca... It's not the best choice. Ah, nu sunt. Stai să închid pe telefon. Nu stau să mă punem pe aici. Și vreau să modific o chestiuță.
A rather unique weapon from my time in the projectile weapon division of the biological weapons team, and most importantly, a mention in my next paper.
Insta. Ai trimis mai multe, văd. Ubisoft cancels 6 projects, including Prince of Persia. Sons of Tyre remake. Closes to studios and confirms further levels. E surprins? Nu știu, îmi pare rău dacă ești surprins. Eu știu pentru cine am lucrat.
Do they have chickens where you're from? Gorvids and chickens are very alike. Except Gorvids are big, strong as an automech, absolutely deadly, and will happily murder you given a chance. Likely still tasty, though. Something else, then? I sent him off with a tracking device to find a Gorvid egg. He might be out of his depth. Can you find him and bring him and the egg, or at least the egg, back for me? Almost definitely a lethal encounter with a Gorvid, ending in brutal dismemberment. That's what happened to my other 5 assistants. I know, you're absolutely right. I should have held one back to do all the grunt work. Now I have to take apart my own research station. What was I thinking? We found signs of Gorvid activity. I sent him off in hopes he could put a tracker on a Gorvid. Then we could follow it back to its nest. Should be easy from here. Something else then? Which of my assorted critters would you like to know about? Guilty as charged. My job is studying which critters we can use to fight the Protectorate here on Praetor. Right now it's mostly Raptidons, which I'd be more than happy to talk on at length. Sure thing.
Wrangling Raptidons may seem a mite dangerous, but it's a far safer
An honest work.
endeavor than being one of Tedford's research assistants.
Honest pay for honest work.
Wrangling raptidons may seem a mite dangerous, but it's a far safer endeavor than being one of Tedford's research assistants.
Not a lot of unfamiliar visages this side of Praetor. Our surplus is available for purchase if you're in need of some. More than happy to oblige.
It's the hotshot for hire from the wireless.
From the wireless. You know, among these. The Mad Queen. Eliminate the Mad Queen.
You're the maverick freelancer from the wireless.
I'm liking the enthusiasm you're bringing to the table.
You know, I reckon half the corpses in here end up as raptidon chow.
Yes, and?
I miss little Chompy. I hope he's getting enough to eat.
Hope I have enough saved up that my body doesn't wind up in the general feed and experimentation material bin. Or does it even matter once I'm dead? Should I just enjoy life?
Yeah.
Thanks for working hard so I don't have to.
No.
These laborers appear to be biting
right,
the hand
folks.
that barely
Keep it
feeds them.
chanting going.
With no
I can see the office out the office.
We shouldn't pay for a drink at a time.
Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. Can't say I recognize you. You come from a different plant to support our cause? We're causing trouble. We just found out that we're basically slave labor. And now we're learning to stand up for ourselves. We need the proletariat to yield to, worker subjugation by xenophobic proxy? No, that ain't right. But it's something that sounds super fancy when Will explains it. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor.
Okay.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12 hour days. The claim right now, being on this steersome moon. If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates.
This feels less like an overt labor negotiation and more like a covert assassination operation. Of course, I'm fine with either, dear.
Heads up! Make some space! We've got a sanction. No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Vedem ce se ascunde după ușa asta, ha? Niște loot.
Machines have been off for a week. Can't believe what I'm losing on a dream tonight. Bizzo's num-rum.
Eu de ce calculatorul ăsta?
Reminds me more and more of Chestii by the minute. If these folk burn this place to the ground, I ain't telling.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
Ăștia sunt un fel de Amazon?
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home? It was about damn time you got here. Some ne'er-do-wells have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences.
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up, so long as we were good at our work. And while we might have faced grave consequences back on Tau Ceti, it was under old management, who were trounced rather thoroughly in the end, I might add.
Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited station within the meritocracy that Auntie has derived for us. Why? Can you imagine suffering under the yoke of a sovereign's rule? Or floundering at the ridiculous direction of those claiming to know the future by way of math? No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication, they may even earn some modicum of the success I have enjoyed. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. And when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear?
there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dumber. If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning. Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution, and by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it. Well, that's all fine and good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to, and right now, her need is you convince Dumley Dunbar to get back to work. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are you will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation, so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, do us.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days. With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time. No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Yo.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates!
Dar unde e cârnatul, șef? Liderul. Liderul revoltei.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Bine te-am salvat. Digan.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Glunț în ceafă și s-a rezolvat.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office. So we're definitely making her miserable.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
No more peeing in bottles and cans. Ăsta e un fel de Spacer Amazon. E un fel de Amazon, dar în spațiu. It's another best choice.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time!
Unde mă să iară? Bă.
Ever read the middle manager
Working
handbook?
hard or hardly
Really shores up
working?
the foundation of your fundamentals.
That's rhetorical. I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Settle my complaints? How exactly you planning that? Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor, labor retention techniques? What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. Right, exactly. The conditions under which Auntie extracts our labor is, unacceptable. They're egregious, even.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties.
It has been incredibly difficult. And very messy. Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add
Sigur am trecut de jumate. Sigur am trecut de jumătate. Mai e de jucat. Tocmai am înlocat încă vreo două părți, două planete noi. Deci mai e. Dar e mișto, devine din ce în ce mai interesant. Îmi place, e făcut, e neașteptat de bine făcut. E lung, înseamnă are content, da, are misiuni în grămadă. Și sunt și destul de interesant făcute, adică nu te plictisesc. Nu-ți blestemi neapărat zilele făcându-le. It's another best choice. De asta e ce-am vorbit cu ăsta.
Thank you for agreeing to take our demands to oversee your grids.
Please, our basic needs are in your hands. Don't let us down.
O fi mai lung ca primul? Băi, e mai lung ca primul clar. Mi se pare că e mai lung cu tot cu DLC-uri.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans.
Welcome back, Amelia. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets? To be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays? 12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. I suppose that's true. It wouldn't take much to put enough pep in their proverbial step to make up for 2 lost hours. Their overall productivity might even improve. That would translate into more profit for the plant, which means larger bonuses from me, which should be more than enough to make up for the drop in hourly production. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity?
Tu ce mai zici, Trăișaț?
What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans. Somewhere? Oh, that actually explains the odor in storage room 3. I never imagined they might be... I'll get the door unlocked immediately, and cleaning crews dispatched. What more do they want?
Jesus. Cu niște Pokémon? Ce Pokémon? Ce Pokémon joci? Joci la Pokémon Go? Să nu zici că vânezi Pokémon canistor.
Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. And more work means more profit. More than enough to cover the cost of the stims.
Fac chestii bune, Ok. Te cred că oricum eu nu sunt fan Pokémon.
Done. Is there more they ask? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
E că am negociat fără să o șantajez, ceea ce mi s-a părut ok. Ia stai. A deblocat? Aoleu. Aici își fac ăștia nevoile. Nevoile. Au devenit boring rău și nu merită consolă nouă pentru ele. Uite, tocmai am fost la un din ăsta, un fel de... Nu e amanet, dar e un fel de sell it or buy second hand. Da, în traducere românească e amanet, dar amanet de tehnologie. Gen jocuri, console, PC-uri, etc. Și erau acolo în vitrină cel puțin 6 Nintendo Switch 2-uri. Foarte mulți au cumpărat și au renunțat. Au zis că au dat banii degeaba.
Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason? Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. A most promising development. How go the other? Excellent. What progress have you made? Well, that certainly is disappointing. But I suppose we'll manage. An extra 2 hours off a day will make life, what's next? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend.
Da, nu merită pentru catalogii de jocuri pe care le-au. Numai dacă ești fan răit al lui Mario și Zelda. Sub nicio formă.
And I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair cram now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her angles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all.
Yeah, I was starting to have the same thought.
It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just... Now, if...
I suppose that passes for a happy ending among these corporatists. Excellent work, dear.
Cine e asta, mă? Take it by who? Great. Chestii. E nebunie pe partea de trading cards. Da. Ce vrei? Fiecare cu colecție. Nu sunt toți filateliști acum. Știi ce zic? Mai trebuie și niște Pokémon. S-au întors la lucru, bă, băieții, mă, la fabrică.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Sper să pot să o dau afară. Le zic lor să scape de aia. The Incognito. Păi și n-ai mai băgat niște Fashion Wars? Te-ai lăsat? Te-ai lăsat de fashion? Reportul de... Oh, da.
Commander, a moment of your time if you... Commander, I'm glad I managed to There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island.
Deocamdată
You asked before, and I did not mention it.
niciun event o
But
să
with
vină în
Virgil's
februarie.
message, I now must warn you. Our greatest
Chinese lunar
suspect
year,
in the
ok.
Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul. Very good. I hope we shall see him at your early...
Crezut că și Valeria aia avea ceva de la... Audi. Vine și cu reduceri pe AliExpress. What? Cum adică? Ce reduceri? What the fuck? What you talking about? Ah, pe ce? Am înțeles. Am înțeles. Fac promoții, corect. Corect.
The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little man.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
They tried with us at Tau Ceti, but did Anti-Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Anti-Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacer's chosen.
I'm Jean Turker-Tyler, sixth base person for the Anti-Cleo's darlings.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Auntie's choice! Darlings! We won!
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
Endorse this message. Attention valued employees. Anti here to brighten your workday with a report on
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition.
2 luni nu ți-a venit tastatura?
Fucking art.
11% quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's Choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunko. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of over-educated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead. Tell them who devised it.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination.
No, not really. But I get results. Writ large in black ink on our
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can
Yo,
sometimes
it's
let
corporate
some
secrets stealing.
The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. His archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
only our products can reliably prevent that. So I say, don't cower and hide. Go make something of yourselves. Live a life that's larger, more daring, exhilarating, armed
Oh,
and inoculating.
must be very important. A few.
Peril-filled
Auntie's choice. Stai că vânam eu un parc. Speech 10 și... Asta nu e serial. Science. Trick shot. Comando. Multitask. Lucky strikes.
Don't let us keep you.
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Îți vorbesc în reclamă sau așa. The Incognito. Go with Niles to Zebulon. Să de unde e Zebulon ăsta? Zebulon. 500 de metri. De metri. Ce înseamnă 500 de metri între prieteni?
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Troublemaker. Montorale mele spor în lumile de din afară? Mersi frumos, te mai așteptăm. Trebuie să spor acolo și ție. Să spice numai Pokémon din aia rari. Nu știu exact care e treaba cu Pokémonii, dar sigur aia rari sunt cei mai buni, nu? Garacachamol. Au dat și am luat și noi. Pokémon. O Pokémon. Strings. Colossus. S-a blocat animația asta. Find a way. Show me the way. Bun. Ne-am întors pe drumul cel bun. Pe calea cea dreaptă.
That doesn't sound like anything I like.
Ați leșinați aici. Sunt leșinați aici și nu-i din cauza mea. Ce biresică. Ce biserică și-au tras ăștia. Vor avea și ăștia un becali. Lucky șprat food. Picior de șprat norocos. E o mică problemă aici. Că n-am găsit ăla. E acolo. Tomb of the Matriarch. No, m-am oprit fix călcând pe ăla. Okay, wasn't my intention.
Your arrival cannot be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the matriarch and first sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. I would not put it past the Protectorate to disrespect their dead by tucking weapons in alongside them. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the matriarch's research, whatever it may be. And reaching the vault will be no simple task. There are likely to be unforeseen security measures to contend with, though hopefully nothing too obstructive. We must first gain entry to the security room, however. Once there, I should be able to access more information about the lower level's layout.
I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Slim chance of that. I'll not assign a task to others that I'm unwilling to undertake myself.
Color me surprised.
They'll be taking up strategic positions to guard the entrance and watching for any stray Protectorate patrols. We'll move more swiftly in fewer numbers. Must you? We are on the precipice.
Bă, dar nu mai poate omul să adreseze o întrebare, bă.
We should hurry inside before more guards arrive.
Shut up, you bitch. Tomb of the Matriarch.
Stay close and keep silent.
Bă, de asta e și.
Keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better. By the matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That sentinel and dosage are gonna put splinters in our plan if they're not dealt with.
You hang back here. The commander and I'll take care of this.
I now present to you my new invention.
Break into the vault.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Tunnel vision. Fac ce fac, nimeri în bai. Cineva ține praf de pușcă pe veceu. Uite, îi trebuie.
Actually, the matriarch passed at the impressive and venerable age of 90.
All handled. My turn.
Time to earn my commission.
The uranium.
Let this accord between the Protectorate and the Order of the Ascendant mark the moment of Arcadia's true birth.
Beloved mate. Matriarch, you are nearer to perfection as anyone living could ever achieve. It will be the honor of the Order to serve as the Protectorate's scientific helpmeets.
All that I do for my subject. For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanicals that came before. The time once spent in numbing manual labor may now be spent in harmonious community with your neighbor, and in humble service to the Protectorate. May art and science... science flourish in these many hours, which I have returned to you.
Warning. Power at 30%. Power cell has been forcibly depleted due to inaction.
Ok. Cam târziu, dar... Ha. The good subject. Ce să zic, bine că nu l-am luat pe Tristan în misiunea asta.
Should be able to disable that energy barrier from there.
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion.
Yes.
I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
Yes, right. I have a family. Well, no, not as yet, but one day. I swear, on my love of the Sovereign, let me leave and I will breathe not a word of your presence here.
Do not allow these crabbled tears to fool you. This is all a performance. No true subject of the Protectorate would yield so easily. We're wasting time. This man is an instrument of empire, perpetuating the tyrant's lies. And were our positions reversed, he would not hesitate to execute us, or worse, send us to mental refreshment.
I'm kin to the risks, Zeb.
Are you? Can you even fathom the indignity of having your every thought scrutinized and scored and made perfect? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself...
The commander's right. This man didn't put you in the lathe, Zeb. He's just trapped in the system, same as everyone else.
I never have possessed immunity against your pleading. Fine, you're free to leave. Do not repay this kindness with treachery.
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the consequences of this decision do not assert themselves while we're still here. You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and make your way to the vault. I'll remain here and guide you as best I can through the labyrinth. No turning back now.
Frați.
No going back from here. Not until
Hold!
we tell what we can.
Don't set foot in that room. The schematics on this console indicate this place is defended by all manner of traps. One moment. Yes. It appears there are N-ray tripwires, invisible to the naked eye, that will electrify the floors if crossed. Move cautiously, and if you have any gadgets that might help, I suggest using them.
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later. Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I can finagle these components into a fine... Who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. But thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander. Let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on this in the meantime, see what I can come up with.
Made it through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled in the correct order, the doors should open. If I'm reading this right, the order is 1, 3, 2. But which switch corresponds to which number? Ah, damn it! Why must the Protectorate abstract everything?
Must be a way to suss out which switch is which. Maybe if we could peep the wiring.
Damn it! You triggered the automated security forces! Niles, watch out!
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Before you make a second attempt, I just found a logbook that indicates there are N-ray wires installed that may correspond with each switch. Perhaps that'll be useful. The code I originally supplied can still be relied upon. 1, 3, 2. Wrong again. The code is 132. Heartened to see you were not overly impeded by this puzzle, but I apologize for my... That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. No. Fuck! They changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
I might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Zev seem a little off to you, Commander? Appreciate you showing him a little grace, all things considered.
All things considered.
I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close.
Close, yeah.
Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. He's changed. Ain't sure for the better. Losing Audra couldn't have helped neither. Still wish we could have done more there. Well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break into and tyrannical government to topple. Speaking of, remember those components I found?
Yeah.
I was able to turn them into something halfway useful after all. This gel should get us through that vault door. Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You take the honors, Commander. I'll be right behind you.
Easy enough.
Nice. I was hoping for a more subtle incursion, but no matter.
Am I running? running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Alas, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here.
Zig. Era băgam în întocătorul ăla.
This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the matriarch invented nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Every
step we take must honor
with the Earth Directorate.
He is set in his ways. His notions regarding these rifts are sorely misguided. Why close them when we can use them to Arcadia's benefit? It matters not what the Order thinks, what the Doubters say. The Architect bestowed us with the power of skip drives so that we may secure a perfect future. We must act with haste. I only ever wished for Henry to embrace his role as the caretaker of Arcadia, the savior of us all. But if he has chosen a different path, I will do as I must. And I must not fail.
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth Directorate was complicit. Niles, did you know?
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the Matriarch over a century ago. In exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
What message? Why didn't you say anything about it sooner?
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the Matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her will. Everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, it all could have been avoided. Things could have been different. There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work, its evolution over time. But no original concepts, no sketches. Nothing. Our dear Matriarch is a fraud, a cheat. She did not invent the skip drive. There are messages here between her and the First Sovereign that all but confirm it. I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better. By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. The Sovereign will be revealed as the unclothed emperor he is, and demolish Arcadia's myth of superiority. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
If the whole colony ain't destroyed first by some fool trying to use a drive inside the system, they're what's causing the rift, Zeb. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. Very well. I suppose you've earned your organization some grace.
Still ain't sure about loosening the skip drive designs, but we've got some time there. Until the rift is fixed, no one's going anywhere using one. Not unless they have a death wish. And this way, at least the Earth Directorate's reputation will stay intact too.
Whatever happens next, the Protectorate won't survive it. That's all that matters. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. I had my doubts, but you truly delivered. I'll remain a while longer and make sure to grab everything off the data banks.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you. If you wish to be found, of course.
I want to talk it over with the commander, but yeah, maybe we can work something out.
Whatever happens, please look after Niles.
Advanced.
There they are! These are the ruffians who threatened me. See that they join their friends in the rubble nation. Suffer none of these defilers to live.
That covers what was much better. Refilling my weapon. Trust the plan.
Damn it. Zeb was right. We never should have let that curator go. We could have prevented this.
Au sifonat.
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. Reckon the information about the matriarch and the skip drive will stir up some fervor, but Zeb was right. The people deserve to know the truth. Well, most of it. I'm glad we were able to leave the Earth Directorate's name off the record. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate. And I think we're best positioned to see that right, even if the form it takes is that of the agency itself. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Likewise, Commander.
Perks. The incognito.
Commander, over here. Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind, and the other's got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a... Would you watch the message with me? Fella from my old unit. Good buddy of mine before I was discharged. I didn't get the chance to say goodbye after the grafting. Didn't have a way of reaching out, Thanks.
Inez, it's Ortiz.
You.
Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Well, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you do, Inez, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me? Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
Eden Prime.
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Rendezvous with Virgile. Let's rendezvous. The Vox relay. Am I?
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao.
here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to sentinels or the consul.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Ooh.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal. I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. All the easier to slide a blade between your ribs. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the consul's own.
Ooh.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate.
Ooh.
I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you. Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
For the same reason that a sprat would not answer a Canid's invitation to dinner.
Not quite how I would put it. We simply do not answer to the consul. I viewed answering his summons as contradictory with my present duties, and chose to ignore them.
If you had nothing to hide, you would have answered his summons. Now, I'm here to make certain you can avoid them no longer.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the consul's summons.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that? Not only are you not in shackles, but you're also still alive. I can't imagine Arbiter Rao would have allowed that willingly.
Yes. When you ran through burning leaves to save those Protectorate children, I knew you'd truly given up your criminal upbringing.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to Arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation. I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks.
Man, câtă încredere.
That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly...
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. Let us do just that. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Oh, ce drăguț. My front. Îmi amintesc când i-am spart cu bătaia pe ăștia aici. Mi-am amintit. Tristan. Altă planetă. Trebuie să călătorim.
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. What in places? These security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
We best scram.
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We best first report to security ops. Lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
Da. Bombăi.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Override. Hackerman.
Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
Reactor. I want to see the reactor room. Ceva loot. Loot.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me... Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts. Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Be wary for anything that may be a clue as to the hidden room's location.
Hidden room.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small and well hidden. There.
Passcode is limber. No. Let's try amulet. No. Wingtip. Oh! Wait. Oh, no.
Stay whatever fool words you ready in your defense, for they shall avail you not. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the sovereign.
Interloper.
For these crimes... Wait. I know you.
Oh.
Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
He is Sabros.
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker.
Petty.
Though a crafty one.
Petty theft.
As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure... That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible. I was sent here to do a specific job. I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its defenses.
Okay.
May have tripped a few on my way here. Can't recall. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is, well... I'm surprised too. This used to be second nature. Now I'm nothing.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action.
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor.
Malefactor.
Last time we met,
Bine că nu era calefactor.
a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
Not the best choice.
That's interesting, but it must be false. Sub Rosa is a large organization. Whoever asked for Okada must have wanted him specifically. But why?
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you. I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not. My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here. That doesn't mean anything. An arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some base self-interest. Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury. I am familiar with the concept, but in the Protectorate, intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously. Best to punish equally, and damn the no man's land between, even should it catch the occasional straggler. Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about Protectorate law, I do at least see your point. It is fortunate you have gained my trust, for I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Be gone. You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you, without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I, in my present state.
Allowing a Sub Rosa agent to leave with his life in the heart of a Protectorate station. We may have to speak on this further. But let us see what we came here for. The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal. I believe I know the answer. Our work at the refugee camp did not slake your investigative hunger? I doubt you'll be able to surpass it exactly, but for myself, the Supreme Arbiter and Virgil is... you've got the spirit exactly, if not the word itself. Very nice. An arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that. From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response
Corruption.
relaxed.
We smell
I
corruption.
do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be. I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified. But he was acting against the Protectorate, even if he didn't know it. How can I act as an arbiter of justice if I allow a traitor a reprieve? Objectively to whom? Damn it! Forget this. Forget it all. I can't allow any specter of doubt to creep into my decisions. Let us list this incident as a fluke and move on. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
User incognito.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. Excellent. Let us make our way to Central Control forthwith.
Trebuie să fie un set de pește. Oh.
Realize you're about to... Hostile now.
Ah, era mina acolo. Rapper beligerant.
Waste them. On your command. Analyzing surroundings.
None shall stand against us.
Spy move. Security visual scans confirmed.
Da? Încă un pic. Perfect. This is not the droids we are looking for. Scenario. Nu mai adrenat am închis ăștia. Ăsta mă era. L-am găsit. Într-un final chinuit l-am găsit. It wasn't the best choice. Eu A tu ai. Era obligatoriu să rămână în viață mantisaurie sau ce Dumnezeu să... Ciopârlaci. Raptidonți. Deci fix de-aia n-am luat-o pe stânga, am zis, bă, hai să nu merg pe stânga, că sigur găsesc vreo mină, ceva. Când merge băiatul meu pe dreapta, calcă pe mină. Oricum nu mai vedea mina aia la ora asta sub nicio formă. Perfect. Nice. Trebuie să fac stânga, nu? Ce zice? Rendezvous with assistant. What assistant? Și mă pune să-l caut pe un areal așa mare. Ce berserkeri sunt ăștia. Unde pleci, mă, că ne-am împrietenit? Fuge așa repede de noi. Hello? Is this a mine? Pick up the device. Cred că ăsta e asistentul. A călcat pe mine asistentul. Aia s-a întâmplat cu asistentul. S-a întâmplat că nu mai e. Shish. Follow the tracking system. Hai că nu e chiar atât de departe. Putem să facem un follow-up aici. E o peșteră. Ceva aici. Rapidon. Da, dă-te jos, omule, pe aia în gând. Stă așa cu păsat acolo. Opa. Ciocan în cap i-a dat. I-a dat cu ciocanul. Săracu. Săracu screapă. Depărtat. M-am dus într-o secțiune a peșterii care nu mă privește neapărat. Grouping egg. Asta era. Bune. I-a de recuperat un ou. Ok. Wasn't the best choice. Interesează mai mult asta. Pass. Ia să recuperăm asta. Pass through the automatic. Că tot e aici.
Attention, Commander. There may be valuable parts at this location that can improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automech factory is advised. Should you wish to customize your Valerie unit's combat effectively, building factory schematics. It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor.
Bă, că ăștia mă vomită pe mine. Cârboși. Am activat toată baza de automat. Autobots. E și o armă aici. That's also a weapon. Opa. Opa.
How are you still upright over there?
It's another boss. N-avem încă acel card. Da. Cam atâta. Nu mai văd, efectiv. Nu să mai văd la chestii, îmi pare rău. Ne vedem mâine. Doar că mâine o să fie un pic mai târziuț. Cam în spaniola vieții. Deci după ora 10 și ceva la dumneavoastră. 9 și ceva la mine. 9 și 10, 9 și 20, nu știu. Bun. Vă super mulțumesc și vă apreciez pentru participare. Ne revedem mâine cu